Hey there guys, on the past Sunday I watched the first Ghostbusters with my mum. I watched this edition, which is the 30th anniversary edition, and so this is my first video in my series Ghostbusters The Ritual. So let's start it off today on the DVD reviews. Welcome back, guys. Now, to start off with, the score music, the Elmer Bernstein score music, needs to be mentioned because it's very atmospheric and it's pretty chilling and it just fits this movie perfectly. Like when you see the Columbia picture, the Columbia Pictures picture at the beginning of the movie, and you see the New York Public Library for the first time, it just draws you into the film. Here is a piece of the music right here. Like I said, that music just draws you right into the film, and as that music is playing, in the New York Public Library you see this woman or librarian taking books down to the basement of the library, and as she's walking through and passing these drawers, they open behind her and these cards start to fly out. And as she's also walking past some books as well, they start to float from shelf to shelf. Very cool stuff. And she eventually comes face to face with the ghost, which scares the socks off her. And then the Ghostbusters theme happens, the logo comes up, and then you see the statue outside the Columbia University, which is where the Ghostbusters, or three of the Ghostbusters, work. Egon is currently at the New York Public Library, and Peter and Ray are at the university. But you first see Peter Venkman doing a test on ESP ability. He keeps giving the guy there electric shocks. And because he likes the girl, he's giving her all the answers right, even though they may be wrong. And so the guy gets fed up and he storms off. And so that's that. Anyway, Ray comes in a little while after, and he says that Spengler's gone to the New York Public Library, that the people there have witnessed a apparition. So they go there and they meet up with Egon, and the New York Public Library is going to be one of the places I'll be visiting on my New York tour. Now, the thing with this location is that the upstairs of the New York Public Library, and when you first walk through the doors, it's actually just like it is in the video game. And then you can go on to the main reading room, which is the upstairs of the library. However, when in the movie they go into the basement of the library, That is not in the New York Public Library, so I won't be able to visit that because that part is filmed in LA. So that's across the country that part's filmed in. But the main reading room and the first part where the scenes from the video game is, it's going to be pretty exciting to see that. And you can go to Columbia University and find the part where Peter Venkman was sat on a wall and Dan Aykroyd having a little cheeky drink, talking about going to business for themselves just after they got thrown out of the university. Also, I can't wait to visit Ghostbusters HQ or Hook and Ladder 8. Again, the inside of the Hook and Ladder 8 firehouse doesn't match to the one that's inside the inside of the firehouse on the movie, because the interior of the firehouse on the film is again recorded in a firehouse in LA. So the inside of the firehouse on the film doesn't match to the firehouse it's actually in New York. But the outside of it, the exterior of it, is the exact building, the exact building they use in the film. So the outside of it is when the Ecto-1 shoots out of the doors and goes off to pick up, because they capture Slimer at the Sedgwick. When they do the where the three Ghostbusters, Egon, Ray and Peter, do the "We're Ready to Believe You" commercial, that's filmed right outside Hook and Ladder 8. And when Peter gets dropped off by a taxi cab and he's being coming back to the firehouse just as Walter Peck is about to shut off the production grid. So it'd be really cool to visit Hook and Ladder. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed Ghostbusters, and I also can't wait to visit these other locations, including New York Public Libraries, like I mentioned, Columbia University. Manhattan City Bank is where they go to see to the mortgage of Ray's house for multiple times, which I think comes to $59,000 or $56,000. And that's what buys them the firehouse and gives them some money to, sort out the protection grid and get their gear sorted out. And that's the Manhattan City Bank. Lincoln Center, that's where Dana comes out from when she been inside doing her orchestra work, and Peter's outside waiting for her to talk about her case. After she witnesses a terror dog inside her fridge. Tavern on the Green, that's the restaurant that Louis Tully runs to as he's being chased by a terror dog or being chased by Vince Clortho. And it's at Tavern on the Green that Vince Clortho possesses Louis Tully. And then after Tavern on the Green, they come running out from Central Park West onto Columbus Circle, which is also the place that that they are witness to the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and of course the Shandor Building, which is Spook Central, or 55 Central Park West, which acts as the apartment building. And the building that the Ghostbusters are at the top of when they, battle Gozer and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. But these are the two Ghostbusters versions I have. This is the 30th anniversary edition. And I watched the movie plus nearly all the extras on this set the other day. And the steelbook kit, which I just happened to keep. Just pretty cool stuff. Nice artwork on there. But two really feel-good films. I get the feeling sometimes that people try and draw me away from Ghostbusters, but that's not going to happen because it's a lifelong thing for me. I grew up watching it, and I enjoy it much more now as an adult than I was when I was a kid. But next time we are going to be talking about the locations I'll be visiting and the film itself of my favourite all-time sequel, Ghostbusters 2. But until then guys, goodbye and take care for now.